Two, one. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jamie, your crafty DIY guy, and I'm back, and we've got some really cool farmhouse inspired lamps. I'm on a farmhouse kick lately. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's why I'm wearing a baseball cap, trying to look a little more country. I am excited to show you these lamps. I'm kind of obsessed with both of them. That's kind of one of them right there. Also, if you are brand new to my channel, welcome. Seriously, thank you so much for checking me out. I hope that you'll subscribe and you'll stick around. If you are one of my subscribers and you're one of my OGs, mad love for you guys. Thank you guys so much. And also remember to hit that little bell icon that's next to the subscribe button. That will give you a notification every time I go live, every time I have a new video, and every time I'm up here running my mouth and rambling and forgetting what I need to say next. So rather than me continuing to do that, let's just show you some really cool lamps like this one up here. All right, guys, thank you. Oh, I'm still running. Hi. Okay, everybody, for our lamp projects today, we're going to be doing two different kind of lamps. We're going to do one that is kind of a more traditional farmhouse, kind of what you see on like the kind of bended arms, and you're going to use this plastic bowl for that. And then you're going to need to grab one of these round kind of wire baskets. This is going to be kind of a more kind of country farmhouse, if you will. Then you're going to grab a couple of these hanging light bulb kits. I only have one of them, so I'm going to kind of improvise. But they're battery operated, so be sure to grab some batteries. And hopefully you already have these on hand. And then this wood circle, I'm going to use it on the plastic bowl and not on the kind of wire basket look, because it just would look kind of strange on there. The other thing that I'm going to do is use these oversized popsicle sticks. I used these in my farmhouse clock DIY just a little while ago. Okay, guys, so for the kind of wire basket lampshade, I'm actually just going to be using these popsicle sticks, and I'm cutting them to be the exact size as this side of my basket. Now, you can see here that I'm just kind of using one as a template, really. And then once I've got that template kind of set out, I just lay down my other sticks and grab my straight edge and just really kind of loosely make a template. I grabbed a red Sharpie because that was the first thing that I had. A pencil probably would have been a lot better, but it was fine. The paint ends up covering it up, so it's not an issue at all. I think I cut about probably 15 of these sticks. And then it was time to paint them after I had already cut them all down to size. Now, typically, well, first I used this wax from Waverly, and I love the wax from Waverly, but I ended up wanting to use chalk paint instead. So I used the wax first, and then I went over everything with chalk paint. So bonehead decision there on my part. But you can see when you're painting these smaller sticks, they tend to kind of move around a lot, and they're kind of a pain in the butt, right? Oh, I outsmarted them, and I used a little bit of hot glue. I just put a small dab on the back of each popsicle stick, stuck it down to my parchment paper, and then painted away. Now, I'm a little bit of a bonehead and forgot to show you this step, but as you can see here, I glued my sticks to the side of the basket, leaving a little bit of about a finger's worth of space. And now I'm just kind of going through and chalk painting any of that black wire, really. Just kind of doing a dry brush, really. I just don't want the black shininess to detract from the kind of whitewash that's currently on the popsicle sticks. So that is what I did there. And then for this particular one, you'll see in my next video, I had a little bit of an oopsie. And so I didn't have the hanging light bulb kit, but I did have a hanging light kit with a actual light bulb that you plug in. So I decided to go ahead and take my little pink shears here from Dollar Tree, my little pink wire cutters, and I just kind of cut enough of a hole in the top of the shade or the bottom of the basket to add my light source. So now you can see it's got a really cool Edison bulb in it, and I love the way that this one turned out. I'm very happy with it. For the next one, this was going to be the plastic bowl. Now, I didn't have a drill battery. My Ryobi drill battery actually died. So I'm going to try an attempt here to just put a hole in this plastic bowl using a hammer and a nail. And I'm going very, very slow just to kind of initially get a pinhole in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screw with a screwdriver and then feed it through that hole and make the hole bigger. And that tape that you see there, that actually helps the bowl from splitting. And then I eventually kind of work my way up to a larger screw, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. You can see the larger screw hole, and it just kind of makes that hole better, and it kind of worked out good. And the light kit still wasn't quite going through there, so I just made the hole bigger. Now, the one thing that I did want to do is shorten this a little bit. I thought that this was a little too long, so I'm going to take this extra string here and just add a little bit of hot glue right there and just try to kind of tighten it up, if you will. That way this light doesn't hang down too far past the actual lamp. The other thing that I realized is because I didn't have a drill, I wasn't going to be able to drill into my previous piece of wood. So I had this orange scrap that is now out of frame, and I ended up using that. So I took everything outside. I spray painted it navy because I was out of black paint as well. And I'm okay with the navy because I love blue. And I spray painted the lid of everything. And then for the bowl, I wanted to make sure that the light really reflected nicely in this one. So I first spray painted the inside of the bowl with my silver metallic spray paint. And then when that dried, I just flipped it over and painted it navy to match the navy blue wood circle that we had on the top. And now that everything is dry, it's time to put this light through this hole. Now, the hole was still a little small, but I was able to grab one of my bamboo skewers and help kind of feed that nylon string through the hole. But unfortunately, this is where I started to have some problems. The cording on that light source is just very, very thin. And I grabbed a screwdriver and tried to widen the hole, and it ended up not working too well. Eventually, I did get the cord through the hole, but the cord ended up snapping on it. And so I literally just hot glued the light bulb right to the lamp itself. I just took some trimmers or some clippers and just kind of trimmed off the piece that the kind of hanging piece was from. And it still works out really well because you just unscrew this and then you can still change the batteries. All right, you guys, don't get me wrong. I love the way this looks indoors in my office with my decor, but I am obsessed with the way this looks on my front porch. It is the perfect complement to my little front porch that I love so, so much, and it just welcomes guests and it makes me feel good. All right, you guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and I look forward to doing more projects with you guys. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.